Traditional red Team Lakay trunks. Nice check hook. Beautifully done there from Fares for his first strike.
You can see it caught him right on the side of the head, but Edward Kelly's the one that initiates the takedown and immediately getting caught in a reverse triangle as Fares just snatched it right up.
Rich, I can see you shaking your head. Was that a mistake, do you think, by Kelly to attempt a takedown on Fares?
No, not at all, actually. He just took the opening there when Fares threw the kick. But I'll say this, that when Fares threw that first feint on the jab, he froze Kelly immediately with his footwork right there. And so I'm really interested in seeing this match get back to its feet.
Inside the half guard at the moment, Kelly has all the makings of a very intriguing match. You've got a true veteran here in Edward Kelly against a man on the big roster debut on Ahmed Fares. Comes in with tremendous credentials, as we stated, Dragon.
You can see Fares is trying to shove that arm down. He's trying to get control of the left arm of Edward Kelly, but Kelly's doing a good job of preventing that from happening. He's trying to pass the half. Good ground and pound thrown by Edward Kelly as Fares immediately transitions into the full guard. This is where he's dangerous. He's got a few submissions off his back. He's got an active full guard. You can see him trying to squeeze, make it a little bit more uncomfortable for Edward Kelly as he's trying to push the head down, looking for something.
16 finishes, 13 by submission, 3 by knockout for Ahmed Fares. 6 knockouts, 4 subs for Edward Kelly.
As Fares was just doing a great job with the wrist control there. He was setting up for the triangle, but Kelly wasn't having any of that.
Kelly's been working really hard on his submission defense. He knew that was going to come into play because he knows just how strong Fares is off his back. And you see Fares immediately transitioning to the rubber guard, but good head position from Edward Kelly as he's trying to drive his head into under the chin of Fares. Good elevation here on the butterfly hooks. Might be able to get the sweep, but uses it to stand back up.
It's nice, you know, actually prior to Fares earning that reversal right there, I was going to comment on how good Edward Kelly's top pressure is.
We really have seen over the last 18 months in particular, the ground game of the guys from Team Lakay there in Baguio City has improved out of sight, Mitch.
Yeah, they have spent hours on the mat just refining their technique and really trying to work on things. But you can see this is not where he wants to be. He does not want to be on the bottom with Fares. Fares has got a very heavy top game. Look for him to start dropping the ground and pound and start setting up those submissions.
I mean, at one time, Team Lakay was the most dominant team in the mixed martial arts world. They had, what was it, Mitch, in 2018, 4 of a possible 8 world champions in our men's divisions.
4 belts.
Incredible. At the moment, they still have 1. Joshua Pacio, the strawweight world champion. Edward Kelly would love to get another run at the title that is currently held by Tan Lee in the featherweight division.
Triangle coming up from Fares. Kelly's got to be very careful right here. He's going to try to pop out the back door, but Fares has got a good grip on that arm. Good job by Edward Kelly to use his shoulder pressure to negate that triangle.
Rich, I felt a mental clap from you then for Edward Kelly.
Yeah, he did a great job there. As he was coming out, he actually, I'm looking as a cornerman saying, watch your arm, watch your arm, watch your arm, but he did a great job of posting on that leg to keep himself from being in the triangle.
Back to striking here, which will favor Kelly with that wushu background, though we do have the taekwondo stylings of Fares. Perhaps a style that doesn't translate as well into mixed martial arts as wushu, as the Team Lakay boys have all shown over the years.
Fares trying to time that right hook. You can see he did it again. He dropped Kelly early in that first round with it, but he's trying to set it up again. He's trying to come over the top of Kelly's left hand with that gigantic right hook.
Mitch, if it comes down to gas tank with Kelly at 36, Fares at 29, you know, do you see Edward slowing down? The boys from Baguio City, given the elevation, are just known for their cardio and their endless gas tanks. But how do you see Edward if this one goes to the 3rd round?
You know, when we saw Kelly last time against Tong Kai, he went a full 3 rounds, but he was just getting outworked by Tong Kai. Tong Kai was able to land successive combinations and really started to put a pace on him that he couldn't quite handle. But Tong Kai is known for that, you know, very aggressive footwork.
Accidental kick here to the groin, so Fares has up to the length of an entire round to recover from this. It didn't look like I've been in this position before, been kicked in the groin. This one didn't look like a bad one, so I expect this to take off here in a second again.
Mohammed Sulaiman Yes, he's going to recommence us here. Didn't take. Just an accidental groin strike. And they touch gloves. Southpaw stance here on Ahmed Fares. Looks for the inside leg, does Kelly. Kelly in that orthodox stance. Flicking high kick there from Fares. Switch round kick from Edward Kelly. Goes headhunting. Fares looks the taller of the two, but it's only because the hair adds about 5 inches to his height. Final 10 seconds of the round. Tried for the turning hook off the lead glove there, the Egyptian. Body shot from Edward Kelly fell short. Jumping knee from Fares gets caught with a body shot just before the bell. And we go to the stalls. Tell you what, Dragon, intriguing opening round here. Both men having their moments.
Here's how it opened up with that nice little right hook rather, landed by Fares early, but then Edward Kelly decides to change things up, catches the kick, puts Fares on his back, and immediately started to work. Here's Fares trying to pass the guard, trying to look for ground and pound, did a good job of having some control, and also trying to set up that submission.
Pace, how are you scoring it after 5 minutes?
Well, I'll tell you, both these guys had some had takedowns of their own. They each landed a couple strikes. Nothing really significant there. It was a difference maker. But they both spent some time on top and control on the ground. At this point in time, I have Kelly just slightly ahead on the scorecards after 5 minutes of action.
Thank you.
Folks, don't forget to follow us across all your social media platforms at One Championship on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let us know who you think's winning this one. Ahmed Fares of Egypt, Edward Kelly of the Philippines. Inside leg kick there from Kelly. Counter jab out of southpaw stance to open the round from Fares. Nice jab again. There's the counter cross from Kelly. Fares is quick with that lead hand. Good step across outside leg kick. High kick, roundhouse. There's the cutting side kick. The Wushu stylists, particularly from Team Lakay, are known for that side kick. It's a Yokogeri in karate. They use it to the knee, to the thigh, to the midsection. Mostly to the thigh, though, the lead thigh.
You can see Fares is trying to time that side kick on Kelly's entry. I'd like to see Kelly be a little bit more active. I like how he threw the roundhouse high and then came around with the spin back kick early in that round. But we're just not seeing really the movement that I'm expecting to see from Fares. Against Alan Philpott, Fares was very active, very light on his feet. His footwork was a lot more evasive, but here against Kelly, he's very flat-footed, standing right in front of Kelly. I think that should tell Kelly that he should be a little bit more, he should pull that trigger.
Yeah, you know what, Mitch? Actually, if you look at Fares in the beginning of the first round, he was a bit more bouncy than he is now. Like, he's starting to really flat foot here. I don't know if that's a fatigue issue or a change in strategy.
It's a good point there, Rich. You can see the flat-footed stance on Fares. Maybe loading up those round kicks a little more. We've seen him go to the head here early in the second round. Good outside leg kick there from Ferocious Kelly. Goes to the inside thigh, nicely done. Striking contest so far in this round, 140 down. Body shot from Kelly. High kick of his own there. Both coming from striking backgrounds, Taekwondo and Wushu, two beautiful styles of striking to watch. Traditional styles that you must adapt to effectively use in mixed martial arts. Long-reaching sliding jab there from Kelly, fell short. But again, as Mitch and Rich both pointed out, lack of movement here from Ahmed Fares.
Kelly again catching the kick for another big takedown, but he caught it with his arm on the outside, which set up this triangle right here for Ahmed Fares. Now Fares has got a really tight triangle. That's going to be hard. Edward Kelly's in a bad spot right now.
We saw a similar position, a similar occurrence in the opening round. This is not good for Edward Kelly.
Edward Kelly has a little bit of space. You can see that little bit of daylight between the legs there of Fares. That might be giving Edward Kelly the opportunity to breathe. He's got to posture his head up and try to pop his head out of this very dangerous position.
Yeah, Fares, you can see that Fares has Edward Kelly's arm on the wrong side of the body. It's now transitioned over, so this triangle's starting to get really tight now.
Still a long time to go. 1 minute 50 remains in the second round as Fares applies the pressure on Edward Kelly. Can the Egyptian get the win?
I think you can hear Edward Kelly gurgling in there. I'm impressed. I'm impressed at his resilience in this position.
He's got to try to posture that head up, relieve a little bit of pressure. He's got it there. So you can see how the legs kind of separate momentarily, and that's given Edward Kelly just enough space to keep alive inside this choke.
Survival mode for the 36-year-old Edward Kelly.
Let go of the glove. No grip of the glove. Let go of the
You see a
glove.
warning there not to grab the glove as Faris gave Mohammed Suleiman a look. Some elbows to the side of the head now. Kelly's still here though, boys.
Yeah, there he goes. Now he's popped his head. I know he's got a minute.
That caused Rich Franklin to throw his arms up. Something you don't see often. Impressive survival.
As soon as he popped out, I can't believe this. I can't believe he actually escaped that triangle.
And he's inside half guard now. Okay, Dragon, where does Ferocious go from here?
He's got to do some work. He's got 40 seconds to really try to build himself back into this match. He sat in that triangle attempt for a long time, so you got to be wondering about just the energy that Faris is going to have left in his legs, because he was squeezing with everything he had.
Ahmed Fares was looking for submission number 14 to no avail, however, locks down the right leg here of Kelly, who's inside of half guard. We approach the final 10 seconds. We're going to get Rich's thoughts in a moment on the scoring of the first 10 minutes. We are scoring as an overall contest, not round by round.
Stop.
And we are going into the third. We are going into the deep water. What a great contest, Dragon.
Yeah, that was... See, this is the part where I was talking about. See how he had his arm on the outside? One arm was in, one arm was on the outside of the legs, and that gave Ahmed Faris this position right here. So he was able to apply the triangle and just tried to squeeze, but Edward Kelly kept hope alive throughout the entire round there, was finally able to pop his head back out. Interesting one to score. We got 10 minutes are down. Rich, how did you break it down so far?
10 minutes are down. Yes, this is a fun one to score. Actually, keep in mind I had Edward Kelly slightly ahead at the end of the first round after 5 minutes of action. But now in this round, you know, when they came out at the beginning, they were exchanging back and forth. Nothing significant on the feet, leg kick here and there. But you could see that after the takedown, Ahmed Fares was really in control of that. I scored him on a near submission with the triangle because I could hear Edward Kelly gurgling, and that's the highest scoring category. So he's taking the lead at this point in time, although it's just marginal. Still anyone's fight.
Third and final round. What a cracker of a second round. What a survival story, as Mitch said, for Edward Kelly.
See, this is what I'm not used to seeing. I'm not used to seeing Faris stand flat-footed like that in front of his opponents. He's usually very active and mobile. This needs to be Edward Kelly's opportunity to start lighting him up. He's a stationary target. He needs to let go of those legs.
You got to wonder at this point in time how fatigued Fares's legs are after holding that triangle for so long.
Step across outside leg kick there from Kelly.
Kelly needs to keep doing that. Just keep touching him, because how close the scorecards are. This is Edward Kelly's opportunity to do some work and put some points on the board.
Step across outside leg kick again from Kelly, finding the mark on the quadriceps of Ahmed Fares. But I was waiting here. It's been a minute. He hasn't really thrown anything.
But I think Kelly's being a little tentative because of that big right hook that Faris has thrown a couple of times.
The leg kick's working though. I like it. He's picking the mark and then getting out of range for a possible counter with that hook from Fares.
You also see big kicks coming from Kelly too.
And rightfully, Mohammed Suleiman is giving them both a caution here, saying, I need more action, boys.
Yeah, you know, I think Edward Kelly here now needs to take a different strategy, because just based on my scorecards, I know it's not official, looking at how he's behind, I'm not sure just picking at the leg like this is going to earn him the victory. He's got to do something more than this.
But Rich, the match is judged in its entirety. Was that submission in the second round enough to maintain this lead if this continues for another 3 minutes?
Well, keep in mind, it's just a marginal lead at this point in time, and Edward Kelly is just picking, and it's not enough to actually score in some striking superiority.
But Rich, we've had 2 minutes now of, has Ahmed thrown a strike in this round?
I think he did. I think he did throw one jab that didn't land.
There's nothing here from him. There's nothing here from Ahmed Fares.
Agreed. All I'm saying is that if I was Edward Kelly, after that happened to me, I just would not leave it in the judges' hands like that.
Rich, you know Ahmed well. What's the problem here? Why is nothing coming from the Egyptian?
I think fatigue is the issue.
Wow.
I think fatigue is the issue after that triangle. He started coming in flat-footed midway through the second round. His style really got flat-footed, and I was asking myself, is this a strategic decision? And I think that it's just a matter of gas tank. So I don't know if this was something in training with the camp leading up to it, or what the problem is here for him.
It's maybe 2 jabs in the round, Dragon, I think, for Ahmed.
Yeah, he's attempted a few things, but I just think he might not have the tank to continue. But this is Kelly's opportunity. He's got 2 minutes to really start to put some shots together, and he might need more than just these leg kick touches.
Can he derail the hype of Ahmed Faris? Goes to the body off the lead hand there, does Kelly. Edges forward the Filipino.
But Kelly's also a beautiful counter striker. He likes to make people come at him, get out of the way, and then come back with the combinations. That's why you can see those hand combinations. When Faris does approach and enter his range, he starts to tee off with the hand combinations, but Faris is not giving him that opportunity. So the leg kicks are really all Edward Kelly can throw.
I'd be excited to see, Rich, what would happen if Kelly decides to flurry for even 15, 20 seconds ago, hell for leather on Ahmed.
100%. You know, the referee, Mohammed Sulaiman here, has already issued a second warning to the athletes. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a yellow card before the end of this round.
That was a heavy body shot off the right hand there. There's a side kick up to the hips from Edward Kelly. Certainly the output from Kelly higher in this third and final round. Just nothing coming from Ahmed Faris. He stopped. He's fatigued. Something is wrong with the Egyptian. Kelly scoring with these strikes that are landing, especially the outside thigh kicks. Will it be enough, though, after an impressive second round from Ahmed Faris? We are scored once again at the 15-minute totality, not round by round. And again, Mohammed Sulaiman, you hear him, boys, saying action, action. There's another side kick from the man from Team Lakay.
You can see they're both kind of just stuck in front of the camera. They're just posing for pictures, and they're not really throwing. Edward, I think he's just tentative because he's afraid of Faris launching another one of these attacks, so he's hesitant pulling the trigger, and Faris might not have the gas tank to do it.
Ahmed's blown the last 5 minutes, though, Dragon, just through inactivity alone.
10 seconds.
Body shot, catch and double body shot there from Edward Kelly. Final seconds of what has been a nightmare last 5 minutes for Ahmed Faris. Well, how do you score it, folks? Wherever you're watching around the world, do you have it for the Egyptian, who had a very good second round, may have come close to a submission? As Rich said, you could hear the gurgling sound that Edward Kelly was making as he defended the choke. Certainly the last 5 minutes was Edward Kelly striking. Again, it wasn't volume striking, but what he was throwing was landing.
Here's Faris trying to work through that half guard. The second round was his best round. He was able to get this deep triangle. He was so tight, but Edward Kelly just kept it alive, popped his head out eventually, and was able to deliver some ground and pound.
Let's go to Dom Lau and find out our winner.
This match was presented to you by Singapore Indoor Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. Judge number 1 calls this contest in favor of the red corner. Judge number 2 calls this contest in favor of the blue corner. And judge number 3 calls this contest in favor of your winner by split decision from the blue corner, Edward Kelly.